always whine that I'm not loud enough.
Theme song.
We got better.
Yes, thank you.
I don't like it though.
Okay, then turn it up. Go whatever you like because you always get your way. So let's just be
Fuck
John's
yeah.
life.
I'm the
Theme
boss.
song, theme song.
I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the
Theme
boss.
song, theme song, theme song.
Welcome to I'm the boss. I am the boss.
All right, the buzz.
When wife, it's named after you. When wife gives me lemons, but I'm the boss.
Okay, the boss.
Hi.
Hi.
I haven't seen you all weekend.
It's been crazy.
We all been busy.
It's been busy. This week's gonna be busy too.
So sick of being busy.
Next week's gonna be even busier.
So sick of being busy. I just want like a full weekend of nothing.
I don't even know what a weekend is.
Well, you chose that life.
No. People are trying to come in. It's a whole fucking thing. It's raining. John's being all.
And you're complaining.
Yep. It stopped raining, and I'm still complaining.
Look at that rhyme. Chicka, chicka, chicka. Laugh. It's fucking funny.
Don't tell me when to laugh. You're not Dave
There's
Chappelle.
an applause and a laughter sign right behind us, right there. You're supposed to pay attention.
All right. Cool.
Hi.
Hi.
How was your weekend?
It was okay. You know what? It was
We're
fun.
married and we really didn't talk all weekend. It's crazy.
It was fun.
Good.
Because I had the author signing on Saturday in Irwindale.
At Irwindale Library.
Oh, yeah. So everybody there was phenomenal. Like, most of the people we already know. You know, Kelly was there. Tanya, Naomi.
Right.
Terry was... Like, my girls were there.
Right.
And then there was people I didn't know that I'm madly in love with. The lady who, like, did the whole thing, her name's Dominique. Her and I are, like, best friends now. Like, best friends. I love her.
You guys both read Better Homes and Garden, right?
Yeah, like, our favorite dinosaur is Velociraptor.
Your favorite magazine to masturbate to?
Yeah, John Stamos. So, okay, we're all, like, excited. It's a Saturday. I'm not at work. My fucking wagon breaks. I pulled on the handle and it just rusted out. I was so bummed. So I had to push it. Whatever. Megan was there. Like, it was super cool. There's this one lady there. And I understand I need to respect her model of the world, and she sees things different than all of us. But she was not respecting our model of the world, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, she's in the corner, and they've got her next to Ashley. So Ashley is all by herself with this chick, and then a girl named Jill, who I met, who's a rock and roll romance author as well. And they give us a card. Somebody brought a card. And somehow I got it. I became the master of ceremonies. And I was going to table to have people sign it so we could give it to Dominique for saying thank you for setting this up. Okay, so everybody's like, oh yeah. And I made sure to tell them, I was like, hey, this isn't my card. I'm not taking credit for this, whatever. So I get to this chick. And she was like on her phone. Her husband's sitting next to her, or her other. And he looks at me, doesn't say anything. I'm standing there with a card like a fucking weirdo, and then I go, excuse me. Nothing. And I go, hey, because I'm in hypnotist school now. I'm more confident than I've ever been, but I go, hey, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. And she looks at me, and I was like, this is a card. We're signing it for Dominique for setting this all up. And she's like, ugh. And I go, okay.
And I said, you know what? Never mind, snobby.
And
Bye.
she's like, I don't belong here. I didn't realize what this was. She didn't bring an easy up. I'm in the sun. I do signings at Barnes & Noble where it's just me and people who read my demographic and blah, 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 blah. And I go...
Entitled much?
Yeah, and I go, well, you know, here's the thing. I go, yes, we're all romance authors. Yes, romance, people may fucking talk shit about romance, but romance is the #1 read genre.
Yeah, all the women that bitch and like make jokes about it are all the ones that read it, by the way.
Also, like, men that don't respect it, they read these, like, thrillers. Those are romance, too. They
Those
have
are
the
just
guy...
man romances.
And they
That's
still
all
have
are.
sex in it.
And bromances.
Yeah. Like, I read a thriller that a guy met a girl and they had sex. There's whatever. It's okay. Romance is fucking cool. So anyway, she's like, I go, yeah, but I go, it's cool to have you here because if people don't read romance or they're too good for romance, we could just send them to your dumbass. And
you did not say that.
Did not say that, but I said everything up to dumbass. And she was like, yeah, I just think I'm going to go. And then I was like, you do you. So I went and I was getting the card signed by everyone. And then Ashley comes up and she's like, Joy, she totally was like, my time is precious. And I'm like, bitch, so is all of ours. Time is precious.
What was her name?
I don't remember, but
let's find out because I want to blast her ass.
No, she was just...
Fuck her. She's a fucking entitled rich cunt bitch.
No.
Bullshit.
No.
I call bullshit. She's a fucking snobby cunt. Bullshit.
But that's not why I told you this.
But it instantly... See, if I was there, I would have ran my mouth and we would have gotten in trouble because I would have fucking said something to her.
All right, Will Smith.
I wouldn't have slapped her because that's a great segue.
Thank you. You know what? Sometimes I'm known for transitions. You know, being like a.
I was like, I'm a huge supporter of Will Smith. I always liked his movies. Like whenever he did a movie, Joy would always say I'm gay for him because I always liked watching his movies. I liked his acting. He's funny. He's solid. And in one swing, I fucking don't want to ever fucking watch anything that clown puts out again.
Yeah, it was...
That was the most... Okay. First off, the joke had nothing to do with alopecia. It had fucking everything to do with fucking G.I. Jane, if anybody's seen the fucking movie. And he was saying she looked good. Fucking Demi Moore looked good as fucking G.I. Jane. And she was all ripped. So is fucking Jada. She's all fucking ripped. She's in good shape. She's... You know what I mean? So he makes the fucking joke about G.I. Jane too. And then fucking Will laughs, everybody laughs, and then I guess he gets a look from fucking his woman, and then that's that. He goes up there and fucking acts like an asshole. So if it's set up and rigged, great job. If it's real, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Damn, you are just slicing people out of your life. Like a fucking polyp in a...
Whatever. I mean,
colossus.
I'm sorry. So now it's free game on fucking comedians.
Well, that is
so
scary.
A comedian can go up on stage, and I've heard some of our favorites go up there and just fucking shred people apart that have done and said way, 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 way worse than that. Way. And the fact that nobody else does it, so now is it free game? So if you're mad, and now he's setting that example by being that fucking role model he is, fuck him.
Well, that is scary. I mean, that is scary because I have some pretty fucking dark jokes. I mean, I have, I just saved $300 by switching to abortion. Those are like...
Funny, haha, they're harsh.
But they're
funny.
And there is a chance. Like my miscarriage joke, I mean...
And people are going to be upset, and that's fine. And deal with that. Maybe be a real fucking man and step behind the scenes and go, hey man, I didn't fucking appreciate that. That was fucking disrespectful, and go fuck yourself. That's what I would have done.
But here's what I think. Everybody's saying that he went and he, it was his queen and he should be,
Whatever. See,
but
somebody
here's
else's
the thing.
queen. She fucked everybody else.
But here's the thing. This is how I see it, and maybe because I was in an abusive relationship and I saw that shit like firsthand and I felt it. First, right hand, left hand, right hand, right hand. So the thing that I saw, and I don't know what's going through any of their heads. It could have been staged. Fuck if I know. But he laughed, and he saw Jada. Jada was not laughing. He panicked, in my opinion, and overreacted because he could not get his emotions completely stable.
Okay.
Right? Like, I think he was like, ha ha ha, looked over, was like, fuck, I'm gonna get in trouble for laughing. So he went into like panic survival mode, I feel like, and he completely overreacted.
But then you can't 20 fucking minutes later go back up there and talk about a fucking speech about love and bullshit and apologize to everybody, but not the fucking person you disrespected the most.
Yeah, he was a vessel of love. I don't know. It sucks.
I was a huge fan, and I'm not saying that they're. You know what? I'm done. I have nothing for him. I felt that was so, And then on top of that, on iApple TV or whatever, he fucking is hosting like a fucking comedy stand-up show thing where comics like that we've seen and maybe or maybe not know.
Right.
And they're all fucking rough and they say fucked up shit.
Right.
But that's okay, but that's not.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, you fucking no fucking sense of humor having motherfucker.
Well, here's the thing, too. Also, being on the same end of someone who had to shave their head for medical reasons as well. And it sucks. Like, when I had to shave my head with all of that hormonal stuff that was off balance, and fuck, I'm still battling it, but when I shaved my head, the first thing I did is I told John, I'm going to go take a shower. I'm going to do my makeup. And I need you to fuck me like I'm the prettiest woman in the world. Because shaving your head, it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And it sucked. And I had to call my doctor like the next day and be like, we need to fucking figure this out. And it sucks because as a woman, your hair is fucking something.
And you know what? And I'm not trying to disrespect Jada
I know.
and her thing. I just didn't see it that way.
I didn't
The
either.
way I saw it as a delivered joke was, I almost felt it like, I don't know, because like I said, Demi Moore to me was fucking shredded, and she looked good.
Right, if she would have just
she looked awesome. Fuck yeah.
Fucking like
yeah, if
flexed.
Jada would have embraced that shit and like went boom, like flexed it out or something, everybody would have went bananas.
Right.
And everybody would have been okay. And then he maybe could have taken the time, or she could have taken the time, him and her, and went, hey, Chris, listen, dude, let's not do that in the future. That was kind of fucked up and I don't appreciate it. All right, cool. Well, they move on.
Right.
And now there's this whole huge thing, and I mean, obviously it created buzz because the Oscars are fucking
dying.
Well, yeah, because they're not making any good movies anymore.
Well, not even that. It's just nobody gives a shit anymore.
No, because
we don't have time to fucking sit.
All they're doing is recycling the other shit.
Also, we have way more other things to do, like watch TikTok now.
And try to afford to live.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe there's two sides of the story. Maybe I'm missing something. Overall, maybe I'm missing something overall. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But from a standard fan's point of view, someone looked like an asshole, and I can't respect that.
So anyway, that lady left before the signing even started.
Bye.
Packed up her shit. But then it really sucked because now Ashley was in the corner. Okay. And we were like, do you want us to move your table? And she's like, no, it's fine. But then, here's another thing. And I don't know the other side of the story. And it got fucked up, and I should have spoke up for myself. I was 15 minutes late. We were supposed to set up at 9. Signing started at 10. I forgot my credit card thingy, so I had to go to work first to get my credit card thingy before I drove to Irwindale. And then I got some traffic. 15 minutes late, and my wagon broke. So most of the easy ups were already set up. My easy up, which is a small one,
right.
It would have fit, but somehow we ended up putting it over the person next to me. And the whole time I'm like, this isn't right.
You were in the sun the whole time?
I was in the sun the whole time.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't happen.
And my easy up.
See,
and
that's
then,
why I'm there.
And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, and I kept walking away, whatever. But then at the end of it, and I don't know if she realized it was my easy up, even though I told her, but whatever. The chick who had my easy up over her table the whole day left and didn't say thank you and didn't help me take it down. So then everybody's watching me take down this easy up and they're like, why are you taking down this easy up? And I was like, it's mine. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, they're like, why? And I'm like, I don't know. It was all confusing.
Because you didn't speak up for yourself.
Yeah.
No, you needed to stand up and go, lady, this is mine. Get the fuck out of here.
It wasn't
oh my
her.
God, I'm so angry right now. You gotta stop telling me this shit. Because I'm already fired up talking about the other shit. And now, because if I was there, none of this shit would have happened.
Well, it happened. It's whatever. I got a tan. It's cool.
I don't even like going, and this is why I have to go, because you don't take care of yourself.
Bullshit! You don't like going.
You don't take care of yourself.
Don't. Okay.
Obviously.
But don't.
Because I would have barked. You did not. That is on you.
But don't.
Don't talk about being all confident if you're not going to go bark and get your shit.
But that's not how it was. You weren't there.
It would have been real easy for me to go, hey, dude, this is my easy up. I'm sorry. You're going to either
but
have to move
your
table or I'll move my easy up and you get the sun. Okay. It's not hard.
Okay. All right. This is going to be a fun one today. And you know what? That's not fair to say that you don't like going. You enjoy going. Like, don't
Not nearly as much as you.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I sold a bunch of books. That was cool. I got to massage my niece. That was cool. And my sister-in-law gave me a bunch of plants, and I planted those, and that was cool.
And now they're getting soaked.
Yeah, I put them outside. I put them out on the lawn to get soaked.
So let's see.
Those are my notes.
I went to a punk rock show yesterday. That was pretty awesome. Would you like to hear about it? Are you over it yet, or are you still gonna be mad?
I'm over it.
You're gonna be mad at me now.
No, I'm over it.
I don't know what I did with my phone. I was gonna get my
Your
notes
phone's
up.
behind.
Okay, so we went to a punk rock show. Super fun. Me and my buddy Jamie, who's Uncle Jamie to the family. It
He's
was
Daddy Jamie to me.
It's kind of gross. It's super gross. That thought it just messed me up. So, hey, go for it. Whatever. You know, I share with my buddies. I'm just kidding.
I'm not a hot pocket.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't share you. Anyway, I don't share my hot pockets.
Anyway, you went to a punk rock
So I went
show
to a
with
punk
Daddy
rock.
Jamie.
I went to a punk rock craft beer / music festival. Where you walk in and they hand you a shot glass and they go ahead and go drink for 3 hours, these little shot glasses. And Jamie's all, his first one was like 7 point something alcohol.
Is that a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's like massive. So pretty much he's all 5 or 6 of those, you'd be fucking falling over.
Right.
Okay, so this thing's opened at noon and started, the free beers went from noon to 3.
Okay.
Music, the bands, did not come on until 1:30.
Okay.
So now at 1:30 is when music starts. All day long. So band after band from stage to stage. So check this. Okay, so this is one of the things I wrote down. I'm going to do crowd work, don't worry.
Okay.
So
That's your crowd work.
yeah, this is my crowd work. So I could do it this way too, but this way works. Anyway, so they have 2 stages set up. They have like a 1 stage and a 2 stage, right? So like headliner bands are hitting the 1 stage, and then after they're set half an hour, the other stage lights up while they get the number 1 stage ready for the next band. So then the second stage comes with like a little lower band opener, you know, whatever, feature band, whatever. And they're going, you know, and I, when we first got there, Jamie and I are hanging out, and the music's gonna start around 1:30. It's about 1:20ish. We're like hanging out, and you hear the sound checks kind of going on. We're looking at the stage. We're not far from it. We're just kind of hanging out. The music starts. The punk rock starts, and it was like fucking zombies. It was the funniest shit because like 60 people, you just like mohawks and
Okay,
shit.
hold on. First of all, I just pictured zombies fucking. Okay.
You're not even into this.
I am. No, but mohawks, I am. But you said fucking zombies, and I pictured zombies fucking. So.
'Cause if you're not into it, I'll save your shit.
No,
for
I
someone
want
else.
it.
So. Go ahead, say it.
No,
Don't bite your tongue.
I'm not biting my tongue. Just talk.
So-
Zombies.
Anyway, people are like fucking zombies. Like 60 people. As the music starts, it almost looked like they were in a trance too. Like half of them were drunk already.
Right.
Half of them are just old fucking punk rockers or young kid punk rockers, and they're all like almost like slushing to like toward the music, right? It was
Right.
like the music started and they all started like zombieing to the music, right? And then the band ends and they all start zombieing to the other stage because the music starts there. And then they were doing this back and forth thing. Nobody's running. Everybody's just like zombieing back and forth like the music trances them. It's fucking hilarious. I laughed at that for at least a half an hour.
That's funny.
So that was the start, and then we laughed for a long time at that shit. And then as the night grew on, it got a little later and the bands were going. In between one of the bands, there's a little space. It's about 10 minutes between bands. Cause okay, so after a certain time, the second stage wasn't used. Just the headliner bands were on the main stage. So in between those, people were kind of wandering around bathrooms, getting more beers or whatever. And I see this guy walking by, and I'm looking at him like, fuck. Holy shit. It was my frickin' friend Brandon.
Brandon?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right, so my buddy Brandon, who was one of my best buddies growing
And
up.
matching tattoos.
Like,
Tattoos.
we had a similar one because we were both kids, and it was... Anyway, Can I go on with my story?
Please.
So,
Yes, I want to know about Brandon.
So I see Brandon, and he's having a good time.
Uh-huh.
You know, obviously he's at the craft beer festival. He's having a great time, and I see him, and I'm going, oh my God, it's Brandon. So he hasn't seen me in a few years.
Right.
So I just walk up and I bump into him. I'm boom, and he just kind of, oh sorry, and he keeps walking, and I boom, and I bump him again, and he goes sorry, and then I push him harder, and he grabs me, like he's pissed now. He's gonna fucking do something about this shit. He's like, he goes to push me away, and I go, hey man, what the fuck? And he looks at me, and goes, oh my God, right? And he freaking gives me a hug like it was like my best friend I haven't seen in like 20 years.
Aww.
Like, I mean, it was like a full-on love hug, right?
Uh-huh.
So he's like, I fucking love you, man. I fucking miss you. I haven't seen you in so long. And we walked together for about 10 minutes, and then he's like, I gotta go back and find, you know, there with another old buddy, Scott. He's like, I gotta go find our buddy Scott. And we tell him I saw you, and I was like, hey man, I'll be over here if you guys see me again or whatever. And then off he went, and I never saw him. But he did text me. I actually texted him this morning. I told him it was great to see him, but he's like, man, I'm sorry I missed you at the end, but it's all good. And I thought how random was
That's
that? He
cool.
like lives like Kern County, so
Uh-huh.
it was a surprise to see him. It was kind of cool. So that was, you know, that was exciting. Then when was it Ill Repute was on, one of the punk bands. It was awesome. They were killing it.
Actually.
Yeah, they were jamming. They did like freaking 30 songs. It was awesome.
That's super cool.
Because they have all these short songs, so they just bang them out. Old punk. And they were rocking. I mean, these old dudes were getting down,
That's
right?
awesome.
And in the middle of it, you start seeing people, and they're doing this, like back at the sound thing. And we were standing at the sound area. So we're like looking, and they're all waving and waving. I thought they were waving to like their buddy in.
You should know.
Right? I was watching them, and I was like, what the fuck are they doing, right? So eventually I'm starting to see that actually they're getting, like, people are getting more panicked. So then somebody runs, oh, somebody went down, we need to stop the show for a second. Like, somebody was down.
Oh, shit.
So some kid, I guess, had either fell or passed out, too much alcohol, hot mosh pits, and the pits were going pretty good.
Right.
And they were trying to get him out, they're trying to get EMTs to him, and then like 3 dudes carried this kid out.
Nice.
Like, I mean, right in front of me and Jamie, we watched it, like he was conscious, but like not all there.
Right.
Like, he sat there limp for a long time before I saw his hands move, and they moved him back behind us, and I was like, damn, this is like old school punk right now. There's like, as soon as the pits start, there's like freaking, you see bottles and, or not bottles, but cans of water bottles and shit flying through into the pit. And I was glad I wasn't in the front area, but so show goes on. That's about a 10-minute stop. They get it all, then they come back. They finish their set. You know, even though they were like, all right, stop show, everybody, we'll get back on in a few minutes. Let's get this guy better, right? So then things go on pretty good for a while. The sound lagwagon comes on, and the sound guy, I guess he fucked something up. I don't know what he fucked up, but they start, and there is no sound coming from them. And he is in a fucking panic. And we're like, I'm from me to you watching him do it. And he is fucking losing his shit. Fuck! And he's freaking out. And he hits a button, and then it all fucking bangs out at once, and it was way too much. And then he spent like the next 20 minutes screaming and fucking yelling. And their sound, unfortunately, their sound kind of sucked because of that.
Oh, no. I like lagwagon.
But their music and their timing, and then Joey was having some voice problems a little bit. It was a little bit cracky, probably because he does so much.
Right.
He was a tad on the cracky side last night. Cracky side. But
like your
but I mean, their timing and the sound in general was amazing. They were so good live. They're so tight. And
That's
then
so cool.
and then Face to Face came on, who I've never really been a huge fan of, but they were awesome. They put on a great show. Pennywise was fucking awesome. They fucking were going. Jim gets up there, and the lead singer, and he's all right, fucking Ventura, let's get how fucking rowdy you motherfuckers can get. And then they fucking bang out one of their hits. And right when they do it, I mean, the whole place just starts moving, right? And everybody's just, right? And that's pretty close to us. I mean, we were at that rail, like, at least 60 feet away from the stage, and it was getting closer. And in the middle of the show, see lights and people panicking and freaking out. All right, so they have to stop the show. All right, so they finally get the show stopped. And it took a while for this one to stop. Like, they were playing hard, you know. So it took a while to get that one to slow down. Like, finally get it stopped. Figure there's another pass out, and somebody got knocked out or something. So, like, not too far in front of Jamie and I, some dude, I don't know, I'm gonna say he's my age, maybe a little older, had either fallen or steps wrong, compound fracture ankle right there. Like his leg was pointed at the freaking at the parking lot, and the stage was in front of him. And me and Jamie were all, oh shit!
Ew.
And that was like a 30-minute delay while they brought an ambulance and had to move everybody. And then so unfortunately that cost like 20 minutes to Pennywise's set.
Damn.
Because it was a 30-minute delay, and then they let him play 10 extra minutes. Because, oh man, yeah, it was ruthless though.
Okay.
The nasty freaking, the nasty ass broken leg was nasty.
That is nasty.
And now I think though, so you know how they.
My computer's about to die.
Oh.
You didn't plug it in.
Okay.
Keep talking. Do it, John. You can do it.
So now you're gonna make me do this, just John. I don't have a sight of joy. What am I gonna do? Well, I don't know where she had to do it. So the punk show was awesome. Pennywise is fucking amazing live. Unfortunately, their set got cut short, and that sucked. But they did end with the Broham as usual, and it was fucking amazing. And then we moved on to No Effects, which I want to say for joy because they were great. So if you get a chance to go see the Punk and Drublic next time it comes around, do yourself a favor. The bands were amazing. We're talking Face to Face, TSOL, Ill Repute. I mean, good old punk bands, good 90s punk bands, good new punk bands. Bad Cop, all chick band. They're pretty badass. So, dude, check it out. So, check out. Okay.
I like chick bands.
And then you would like Bad Cop, and you would also like.
Oh, I was telling somebody.
I think they're called like Bebop or something. I'll look it up. But she was good. She was like from down San Diego, some little young kid girl. She, you know, she's a cute little girl, but she fucking got a great little voice on her. It's really good.
I told people about meeting Lizzie Hell and how I just was all
Diarrhea on her.
I told her she could sue me. I told Lizzie Hell she could sue me.
Please. You're like,
we'd
I don't have anything.
Because then we'd have a date in court.
So anyway.
Yep.
Pennywise got cut short, and I told them all that. And then No Effects came on and put on a fantastic show. You know, Fat Mike rolling around in his freaking kilt and having a great time being so who he is.
Right.
His daughter and Tony Sly's daughter were there, which was super awesome because he showed a lot of emotion to the daughters, and it made my night to see that. So
right.
Awesome to see. I couldn't ask for a better night. And then I got home at like 11.
You got home late.
So I was at a punk rock show. I listened to punk rock from 1 o'clock to 10 o'clock last night.
Fuck yeah.
It was awesome. I enjoyed the shit out of it. It had been a long time. And there was a couple times that my old guy was like, how's that knee feeling? You ready? There's some good hopping over there. You know, but that was just that young guy inside still wanting to come out and play. Which is probably what happened to the guy who broke his leg.
Yeah, he's home.
So you know the cable things they hide cables with, like the little
the strips.
There'll be a cable and then the kind of little plastic rubber thing over top.
Yeah.
So there was one of those. Now the pit was covering the edge of that.
Damn.
And that's where that dude went down. So I'm wondering if he tripped on that and snapped his ankle.
Yeah, maybe.
Which is not good for anybody involved.
No.
Because that's lawsuit time. But,
Oh.
I almost forgot two of the most important parts of that night.
Your phone is in your dick. Your phone's in
your dick.
So,
check this shit out.
Sure.
I had a lady. I had two ladies.
Okay.
This is two completely different women.
Okay.
This one, I watched this lady, and I was telling Jamie how funny this was. Let me see if I make sure I got my notes right. I did see I saw a girl with two different eyes.
Okay.
She had a brown eye. She had a blue eye and a gray eye.
Uh-huh.
It was kind of weird looking.
Uh-huh.
That was that one. And then I wrote that down because it was weird. And then the kid goes down, breaks a leg. The drunk zombies. Okay. Oh, okay. So I watched this lady.
Mm-hmm.
She's she wasn't tiny. Okay. She wasn't. I'm not saying she was an ugly woman or anything. She just wasn't tiny or anything. The pit's going, right? I could see the pit. I want to think it was right when No Effect started or right when Pennywise restarted. Okay? So I watched this lady come off the side. She's probably in her 40s, late 30s, 40s. And I watch her. She walks up to the crowd. She's got short hair, like blue, kind of like punky-ish, right?
Mm-hmm.
and then she's wearing a pink shirt. I watch her march right on in. I watch her just literally push part people as she's going through the crowd to get to the pit herself, just parting people, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, God damn, that chick was in a hurry to get to the pit. I was like, that shit was wild, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, 10 minutes later, she comes walking around this side and walking out. You know, and mind you, no, she never saw me or anything. It's not we ever saw each other, right? So she comes walking out and walking around, and she was walking by me, and she's probably from Meteor. She's walking by, she looks over at me, and she fucking went ups and downs me. She smiles at me like I was a fucking piece of meat. I swear to God, like she was a fucking lion and I was a fucking antelope. I thought I was gonna die for a second, and she fucking looked me up and down like a fucking piece of meat. I was like, what the fuck, right? And she smiled, and I kind of smiled at her, and she stopped and stared at me for a good 2-3 seconds, and then just walked away with a smile. I was like, what the fuck? And I thought I was gonna die.
Hey, guess what?
What?
You're in that chick's bed.
Fucking right on. Check me out.
You're her diddle deposit.
It's only a little one. So,
diddle deposit. I just wrote that. Wrote diddle deposit.
But the way she walked by and looked at me, and it was almost scary. Like I thought I was getting taken.
That happens to you a lot,
right?
Though.
Okay, I'm not done. That gets better.
Oh shit.
That part's done. Now that part's done. I'm like, damn, that's over. Right.
Okay.
So earlier during, I'm gonna say ill repute or lagwagon, there was this lady. There was a group of guys and lady, and I don't know. I thought this lady was with these group of guys, and she was kind of sitting on the rail thing where we were. No. But there was a little where the sound thing was squared off. We were kind of up against the rail thing, right?
Okay.
So, but when we were on the side of it earlier, I was watching this lady drunk. I mean, she was fucking hammered, having a good old time, and she kind of looked out of place. Like she didn't look punk rock. She didn't look like she listened to punk rock. I'm gonna say there's a very, 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 very high chance she had never heard any of these bands.
Okay.
I'm gonna say she's more country.
No.
But she was there with her niece, and I know this, and I'll tell you why I know this. She was there with her niece, who looked more punk rock. Okay, her.
So badass aunt. Good job, aunt.
Right. So the aunt took her niece to the fucking show, but I mean, her niece wasn't little. She was probably in her 20s. I mean, you had to be, So she's young 20s with her fiance or whatever is what they say. Anyway, for a long time we're sitting there, and she's drunk, and she's moving, she's kind of bopping all over right in that area, and then she ends up behind the rail at the stage thing in between bands, and she's like sitting there, like she's coming down, she's wearing out. And during one of the bands, I look over finally, and I look at Jamie, and I look over, and I kind of look, and she's fucking out, right? Snoozing, just sitting on one of the sound boxes, like, right? And the fucking band's finished or whatever, and they're in between, they're snoozing. Somebody finally, hey, you need to wake up. It was like somebody who they were with or whatever. She's like, oh, and they take off, and they get her out of there. No Effects is about to come on. Jamie and I are hanging out at that rail thing, leaning up against the back like this. First, everybody's like trying to like squeeze in on this area where we are. One guy gets so close, he backs up. I can almost smell him. Like, I can almost kiss the back of his bald head.
You should have duped him.
No, I actually lean in. I go, hey, man. He goes, huh? I go, I'm almost inside you. He goes, and I go, yeah. He goes, sorry, dude. And that's exactly what I said. Jamie started cracking up. Right? So, I should tell you about the other people first. This was fun, too. Nah, I'll tell you about them later. So the lady, this country lady. So she passed out. She's gone. Okay, so now she's gone. We haven't seen her. She's disappeared for now the next 20 minutes.
Okay, hold that.
Why do you keep getting up?
Because I have to pee so bad.
Well, you're going to have to pause this. I'm not.
I am going to pause it. I am. I'm sorry.
This is the most unprofessional you've been. I'm very disappointed in you. You're ruining my story.